Guy just shot 30 and got knocked out. I feel for him.
Time for semi-final number 2 here at this continental quota tournament for recurve men in Antalya, Turkey. Part of, or teamed up with, the European Championships. The semi-final to see who is going to face Mete Gazos in the final here in Turkey. Gazos' home soil. It's Valladont versus Unruh.
Representing France, Valladont. On target number 2. Representing Germany, Florian Unruh. The line judge of this match is Shabat Paul. Shooting first on target number 2, Florian Unruh.
So here we go, the world number 21, Florian Unruh from Germany. Sorry, he's 27 years old, world ranked 21, will shoot first on target number 2, going up against Jean-Charles Valladont, the world number 26, who is 32 years old and with that experience has some Olympic pedigree as well. Valladont looked cool, calm and collected in his quarter-final. Unruh has got a fight on his hands here and shoots first straight into the 10, and I think that will really settle Unruh's nerves. So drifting over into the 9, an opportunity perhaps for Valladont here. Has that Olympic experience already, has seen his teammate go out in the previous quarter-final. We don't know for certain, but we think the French Archery Federation will be basing their selection for this quota spot they've won here on the result of this tournament. So we've seen that Shiro has not made it through to the gold medal match. He will come back out and shoot for the bronze. But if Valladont can make it through, oh, shooting an 8 there to draw level on points. But if Valladont can make it through, then he will almost certainly be going to the Olympic Games again. Nikki, why was there a fist pump there from Jean-Charles Valladont? He got 2 10s and then fist bumped the 8 at the end.
Yeah, I think it's important to come back and be positive with your coach. I think there was a bit of a release error on that last shot. He just saw that his hand didn't come back nicely behind his neck. But you've got to come back, you know, sometimes you get in the routine of a bit of a fist bump when you come back off the line, because it just keeps that positivity flowing, you know, end to end. Like I say, it's a set system, so you've got to go out there, wipe the slate clean again next time and do the best you can.
Yeah, sort of a mental cheat, if you like, a bit of a trick to kid yourself into a steady form, a steady positive mental attitude.
Yeah, you know, you've got to be positive. Whatever's just happened, it doesn't matter. That's gone now. So, you know, get over it and start on the next set, because you know that's the one that now matters.
Easier said than done. We're all level here, 28 apiece. Big opportunity for Valladont, in all honesty, to steal the set points in the first, but all square going into the second, and it's Germany's Florian Unruh who'll shoot first again. Wind has settled off again here.
Great group, they're just all right. You know, he just needs to move them over, look at the holes on the previous end and get them across into the 10.
Oops.
I think that was another release error, you know, left his hand after release. Just something wasn't quite right about the follow through of it.
10.
Well, 28 puts this one out of reach for the Frenchman. I'm wondering already whether we're going to have another bronze medal match between two teammates fighting for one Olympic spot. Well, back into the nines, but curious. Nikki, just explain a little bit more about what you're talking about with the release error from Jean-Charles Valladont.
So that backhand, fingers on the string, the archer there is pushing and pulling and pushing and pulling until that clicker drops. And we normally see that lovely follow through. So like in golf, you see that big swing through. In archery, we see a follow through where the fingers go around the back of the neck. And I didn't see the same thing happen on those arrows. Some of them looked like that hand made a different movement. It wasn't as clean going around the back of the neck. So I think something there was happening, and you know, pressure just getting to him perhaps, and just not executing that arrow as well as he could. So watch these fingers coming back. That's quite nice around the back of the neck. And are we going to see a difference in another one? Watch out for that.
Yeah, interesting. This tiny, finite, these minute movements you see, need an expert like Nikki watching to point them out. The tiny little movements on the fingers as you're drawing the bow. You can even see, slight tells on the facial expression as well. But those intricate details of where the hand finishes, you really need an expert eye. Jean-Charles Valladont trailing by 3 set points to 1 in the third set. Really needs to get back on terms here against Florian Unruh, who is the model of consistency. Great response from the Frenchman to start this third set with a 10. Well, into the nines, and it does look again like the wind has picked right up, having dropped off.
So the fingers there, we didn't see them disappear behind the neck. One before we did, so just little differences.
So that consistency, not quite there for Valladont, but still a good score from him, matched by Unruh now after 2 arrows from each of them in this set.
Watch those fingers again. Again, a little bit of a slowness to it, wasn't there? It wasn't smooth and fast, but it was good enough.
Yeah, 10 for a 29, so 10's required here from Unruh to share the points. Very quick from Florian Unruh this time, and he gets a 27, and just like that, we are all square again. Look, I'm now starting to see what you said about the hand here, and it definitely had two movements there. It's not quite smooth, a bit of staccato in the but the arrow. Do you explain why that makes a difference? Because the arrow's already gone at that point.
It has, but it depends on like how that arrow was built up. So if you've got really good back tension, you've got power through the front and the back of the shot, and you get this lovely kind of relaxation of the fingers, you get a lovely follow through. But if the power's not quite right, the balance of the shot's not quite right, you've got a sort of slowness to the release and follow through. So it's built up through the shot, if that makes sense.
It does. So effectively, if you see it all nice and relaxed afterwards, the release has been nice and relaxed and spot on. If you see the jerk, then perhaps the release has not been as clean.
Yeah, he might have come off his back tension, might have been a little bit more army, so using his back arm more than his back muscles, and that was why there was a difference.
Brilliant description there. All square here. Valdadont's battling in this one. He's managing to stay in touch with Florian Unruh. Unruh, though, is something special at the moment, and he does have a huge amount of composure as well. Well, signs potentially of opportunities here for Valladont. Not only was that a 9, that was about as close to it not being a 9 as you can possibly get.
That was a little bit further away, but still a 9. So I think he heard you there, and just there's a bit of a competition on it, I think.
Yeah, see how close we can get to not scoring a 9. It's measured it as an 8 for a measure here for Valladont, but Nicky thinks it's a 9, and Unruh's followed it up with an 8 of his own. Now, is that the wind playing its part? He said it picked up.
It might be the wind, but another X there from him, so not affecting him too much.
You can see how changeable it is, and the flags here at the shooting end of the range, not moving at all. Slightly grey skies, and I think that there is a change of conditions down the range. We are seeing stillness at the shooting line, and somewhere along the range, there's 70 metres, there is a gust that's affecting things. 7 for a measure, another 10 from Valladont, and look, I think the wind is playing a part in this one. It doesn't really matter what happens to the score there. A 28, potentially 29 from Valladont is more than enough for the maximum of 25 that Unruh can score. And Valladont has surprisingly come from 3-1 down to lead by 5 set points to 3. Nicky, you talked about this range being notorious for weather conditions being a factor. It looks like that's played a part in the last 2 sets.
Yeah, they're not far from the sea at all, so you know the changes in the wind can happen quite quickly, and it literally can change direction to the opposite direction. So the archers have really got to be on top of this. There's lots of wind indicators around the venue here, those feather flags, the wind socks, so they've got to be looking at the conditions and what's happening.
They certainly have. Valladont has battled his own demons here, and now is showing that he's a bit more in control of things when the conditions are changeable in terms of the wind. Technique is being battled through. I mean, what a number of hurdles he's jumping through in order to give himself a shot at Olympic qualification for the French team. 5-3 up now, Valladont. Will be Florian Unruh, whose resolve is going to be tested now as he shoots first in set number 5.
5-3 lead for Jean-Charles Valladont. And going into the 5th set, Florian shoots first on target number 2.
So confirmation that the points did go to Valladont. Florian Unruh of Germany has booked a quota spot, which he is more than likely to take for the Germans. In fact, I would put my hat on it, and he is now going to shoot to stay in the match.
So many arrows to the right, so many. He's got to do something about that, get them over.
I think you can actually see the battle that Jean-Charles Valladont is going through, and it's a battle that he's winning at the moment. He's struggling with his own technique. He's been given a bit of a lifeline with Unruh struggling with the wind. He's been given an opportunity on these arrows here, albeit 9s. You can improve on that. He's certainly matched it, and that's all he needs to do to win this match and take a place in the final against Mete Gazos. Something you would not have imagined 2 sets ago. A 27 for Florian Unruh. An opportunity here for Valladont not only to make the final here, but we think snatch the qualification spot for the French team. Well, a big intake, a big gasp of air there from Nicky, but it's a 29 from Jean-Charles Valladont. He takes the match 7 set points to 3. When, to be honest with you, we thought he was all at sea and going out of the competition. In fact, going on to face his teammate Thomas Giraud in a bronze medal playoff that probably would have picked the French team. But Valladont said, no, I'm not settling for that. He's come right back out from 5-1 4-1 down to, from 3-1 down to take the match, and he will go into the final. Unruh will be scratching his head. He's going into a bronze medal match against Valladont's teammate Thomas Giroux.
Wow, who needs a follow through? I mean, it was still a 9. But did you see where his hand finished there on his neck? He didn't get all the way around. It was a fight. You could see the fight in him, but it was enough.